Hi, book lovers. This is Peg, the book prize addict, and I'm here to tell you about three big book prize finals that are coming up week after next, all on the same day, June 12th, and I believe all of them are in London. Now, if anybody would like to buy a ticket for me to fly to London and a place to stay, I'd love to come to London on June 12th. Anyway, I'm going to go over them, and I'll still have some time to read, or you'll have some time to read if you want to read all the short list. I've read most of the short list, but not all. Okay, let me go over them one by one by three actually. The first one is the Women's Prize, which is arguably one of the most famous prizes in the book world. And it's been going for many years, called at one time the Orange Prize and the Bailey's Prize, but now it's been the Women's Prize for quite a while, and hopefully will continue to be that. I read one book. I'm going to start with the book I liked the most, and I really, really liked it. And I wanted to tell you about it. It's Tell Me Everything by Elizabeth Strout. Now, a couple things about this. First of all, Elizabeth Strout has written either 6 or 7 books, you could say in a series, about the same main characters. There's 2 women, Olive Kittredge and Lucy Barton, and a man, Bob Burgess, and each of them have a couple books named after them. Now, all these characters are in the different books in different ways, plus their ex-wives, ex-husbands, lovers, children, all that. So you get to know them all through the earlier books. Now, I've only read one of the earlier books, a real early one. I love the style, but I just didn't get around to reading it anymore. And I'm here to tell you, you do not have to have read the prequels to enjoy this book. It introduces you to the characters with plenty of information, enough you'd know if you just met somebody, and the story just goes on from there. You don't have to have read it. In fact, I think it would be interesting now that I've read this, where the 3 main characters get together and interact. It would be interesting now to go back and read the background of them all. Anyway, this is a book that's been actually made into several adaptations. The actor Frances McDormand, when she read the first one, she secured the rights for it. She liked it so much and has produced a long HBO limited series of, I think it's called Olive Kittredge, but it has all the people in it. It's really expensive to buy. I was looking, and you have to buy the CD or Blu-ray, and they're very expensive. I don't know. I like the days when you could rent things, but we'll see. Anyway, I would love to watch that. It's supposed to be very good. All in all, Elizabeth Strout is so good with the effect of place on the characters. A lot of the titles have the place they were in. And she actually portrays the humanity. Nobody's all good or all bad. Okay, I'm picking this to win. I haven't heard anybody who hated it, and most people really like it. Now I'm going to show you the next 3 in my estimation of what could win, and all of them have lovers and haters. The Safekeep is a historical book, takes place in England right after World War II, about a single woman and her brothers. She lives in the family house, which she considers hers, alone, and is interrupted by her brother bringing his girlfriend in to live with her for a while. I think this might have been during COVID, I'm not sure. Anyway, big things happen between the 2 and with the brothers, And again, I think most people like this, and it's up for several awards, historical award and one other, I think. Anyway, but it's my second best as far as I go. The next one is All Fours by Miranda July. And this one has almost an equal number of lovers and haters. Uh, it's, I guess, about a 45-year-old woman who sort of leaves home and finds a new life, sexual and otherwise, and has had lots of comments, I guess, about the women of that age. Okay, and the last one is probably last on my pick. It's called The Good Girl. It's a coming in age story. And a person that I didn't think she was a good girl, and she thinks she's having lots of fun, but it didn't seem like fun to me. And so that's not my favorite, and I think a lot of other people feel that way too, but who knows? I'll be anxious to see what will win. Okay, the next prize, also on June 12th, as far as I can see, is the Walter Scott prize, and it's I guess also in London. It's on historical novels, and it has been going on for quite a while now, ever since I started following book prizes. The one I'm selecting now is the best, is The Land in Winter by Andrew Miller. Now, Andrew Miller has written many books. His first was in 1997, and he's been mentioned or on the list for the Booker Prize, James Tate Black Prize, and the International Dublin. And of course, now maybe on others. This may be on others and probably will be on others, but now it's on the Walter Scott list. It takes place in the West Country in England, and I I've seen several books that are set in the West Country, and I'm getting a feel what it's like. I kind of think it's like the Middle West in the U.S., kind of not as populated, not big cities, farms, small towns, conservative viewpoints for the most part. Anyway, but it takes place in a small town where two couples, fairly newlywed couples, live out in farm country. One of them is the husband is a doctor, brand new to practice, and the other one is a dairy farmer. He's very new to dairy farming and makes lots of crazy mistakes. Now, their wives are very prevalent in the story, but they don't work. It is 1962, but they definitely have personalities. They're both pregnant. All kinds of things come up. And I must say, this author has the best way of characterizing people. He kind of gets into the interior mind, so you can kind of see really what kind of person they are and then compare it with the person they are on the outside. Really well done. Lots happens, and it ends with very dramatic ending with all four of them kind of in different ways. It's a great book. Some other ones I think I haven't read yet, but I think could be in the running for the Walter Scott are The Mayor, about a German woman who actually worked for the Nazis in a prison camp, and I think it's based on a true story of a woman who later marries an American and comes to America, and how she changes and how can she change, or can you change from being Gestapo to being a good person? I don't know. I'm interested to read this. And the other one is also historical, called A Book of Days. It takes place in Tudor England in a small village where kind of, I guess, strange things happen. I noticed these last two, Mayor and The Book of Days, scally-danding books, the great I guess she's English, booktuber, just came out, and she's reading these two this week, so it'll be interesting to compare. Okay, the last prize is one I hadn't heard of before. Now, I'll admit my guilty pleasure is crime and mysteries. After literary fiction, it's my favorite. Uh, and I really think some of them are well done, and that's what I like. Police procedurals, etc. Okay, there's a new one came out called Fingerprint Mystery Award. Now, I don't think it's new, actually. It's sponsored by the Capital Crime Organization in London, and I just had never heard of it before, but they are having a huge festival. The announcement of the winner on their list is going to come on June 12th. And then the next day, Friday and Saturday, 13th and 14th, they're having a huge festival for crime fiction and nonfiction, actually. And they give quite a few awards, not just the best novel, overall novel, which is what I'm interested, but they give awards for the best audio, historical, true crime, debut, etc., all in the mystery department. So I'm looking forward to seeing what's all on all those lists. Okay, so if you're around London weekend after next, I guess that would really be fun to go to. It looks like they're having some great speakers, meet some authors, etc. Okay, the one I have picked to win this one is by Ian Rankin, who's a very famous crime writer from Scotland. He's written 25 novels in the Inspector Rebus series. The first one was in 1997. I read his earlier, a long time earlier, and I really have always liked him. They're complex plots, etc. And then when this came out on the list, I thought, oh, I'll read it. Surely he can't have changed that much. Well, he has changed, thanks to the author. He's now much older, and he's in prison. This is the detective that was such the hero, though he was a curmudgeon. Inspector Rebus, John Rebus. Anyway, so I started reading this, and I had lost touch with all the contacts he has out and in prison. He's still friends with some policemen, some prisoners know him. I really was out, so I decided I better read a book before that to figure out how he got in prison and for what. And so the book just before that was published just before that, called A Heart Full of Headstones. And this one really got me up to speed with what was going on in his life. It was when he was actually already retired, but not indicted for crime, and how he got to be there and the inner workings of the things that went on, the police that were big in the crime, in both good and bad police, as most of these. So it got me up to speed to read now what he's doing. I know why he's in prison. Let's see how he does in it. Okay, I'm really looking forward to seeing all these, what wins, and let me know if you like any of them.